DorkLair.
Welcome to another DorkLair action figure review. Today I'm taking a look at the Mythic Legions Gadriel. Gadriel is known as an angel of mythos, but she's basically a 2.0 knight with wings. Awesome figure. Really, it's a deluxe release because of the wings. I think the wings are usually like $20 more. Just for like a set of wings. So for her to come with the wings is pretty sweet. When this was on pre-order, I believe it was $45, not the usual $35. But when it was on like Big Bad Toy Store and like the aftermarket retail, it was the normal $50. So this was actually one of those ones that was a really good price on Big Bad Toy Store when it was available. I think it's no longer available. This was one of those hype ones where I saw it was going to sell out soon. So I finally pulled the trigger and grabbed Gadriel. This was a few weeks back, but yeah, super psyched to have her in the collection. She's not without her issues. The Advent of Decay has a lot of loose joints, and she's no exception, but pretty awesome release, and let's get into this review. Starting off with the packaging, it's the wider box, which I really like because the wider box has that insert back there that you can pull out and use as a backdrop for photos and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Gadriel's bio on the side there, big picture on the back, credits to Four Horsemen, and then the Aetheron faction logo on the side there. So one of those big wide ones. All right, so getting a look at the sculpt, paint, and details on Gadriel. The highlight of this figure to me is this awesome head sculpt with that wicked scar. She is like exiled from the city of the angels or whatever, Cirrus, and she's been fighting alongside the humans of the Order of Aetheron. So she's seen a ton of battle, and she's this massive force for peace on the battlefield. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful sculpt here on the head. Awesome looking character here. I really like it when they have unique character head sculpts for these. Like, I don't think this head sculpt was used on any other figure, so that's awesome. And then kind of getting into like the body, the highlight of the body is this pearl finish on a lot of the armor. Anywhere it's sort of that off-white tone, it's this pearl finish. And I don't know if my camera's picking it up correctly, but it's definitely got this different sheen to it than anything else. I think another character that has some parts with a similar finish, not the same tone, but the same finish, is the Frost Elf. I can't think of her name right now. Thalen, Frostbow, has a very similar kind of sheen to some of her parts, but this figure is pretty much the whole thing has that like pearl finish, which is very cool. And then you have the tabard here, which is, you know, the upper torso and then the lower torso. Those are solid sculpted pieces, but they've done a nice job of making it look like a separate almost fabric over the top of the armor. So that's pretty cool. It looks great. And they've done a really good job of contrasting the pearl paint on the armor there with the flat white there. Almost seems like a separate piece. And then you have, of course, some purple throughout. Not only do you have purple painted onto the tabard, but you have the armor with more of that kind of pearl finish with purple. And then you have the chainmail underneath that's got like a silvery purple kind of finish to it over here and over here. And then I think the plastic of the joint is cast in purple too. So kind of does a nice job of keeping that color going there. You can see this sort of back tabard there. But yeah, just an awesome looking figure. Really nice. I love this body. I love this body type. And the Knight type 2.0 characters are very, very cool. And for some size comparisons, let's see how Gadriel stacks up next to a few other figures. Here she is next to a couple other Knights. We have a 1.0 Knight Deluxe Builder, and then we have a Vampire Knight. Here she is next to a Goblin Noobnik and the Kanuba, I believe his name is, the Combatants Fight for Glory Gladiator series. And then a couple other lines, a movie realization Kylo Ren with a Mezco skull on it that I painted, and then a Mezco Gomez Stealth Ops version. And finally, from my last video, here's the Storm Collectibles Golden Axe figures. For accessories, she comes with the Mythic Legions War Hammer. Beastly, massive hammer here. She comes with the shield with purple accents there. Nice paint job on the shield. It's got the handheld handle of the 2.0. She comes with an alternate head sculpt, which is fine. I probably will never put it on her because I just like the initial head sculpt so much better. But if I want to do some, like, maybe some photos with some fully armored action going on, pretty cool. And then this spike comes off. That's another piece that's swappable. They have some other parts that you can plug in there. And then she's got a sword. It's actually pretty uncommon for characters to come with the sheath. I think the Knight armor pack might be the only other place where you get a sheath for the sword. And then you can see the handle is painted nicely with some purple accents to match the figure. So pretty sweet that she comes with a sheath for the sword like that. I think every single figure comes with this strap that you can either put around the waist or around the shoulders and then have like some weapon storage. And then she comes with the wings. The wings are articulated and they can fan out. They plug into the usual little adapters that can go on, or you can take her shoulder armor off and plug them directly into her back too. So pretty sweet looking wings here, nicely painted gold. And these can go, you can use these on other figures too. So that's an awesome, awesome inclusion, these wings. Okay, and finally for the articulation, this is where I do have some issues because there's a lot of loose joints on her. But yeah, the head's on a ball joint, can rotate around. The arms are on a hinge, you can swing up this far and swing all the way around. You can cock the elbow past 90. It's a single joint, but it's a little bit past 90-degree bend there. You can twist at the forearm, at the gauntlet there, and then you can twist at the hand, and then the hand will flex this way. So some good range of motion. The 2.0 bodies do have an upper torso, ball joint there. So there's a good amount of movement at the top. And different from the 1.0, it's just a swivel at the waist. It's not a ball joint at the waist. So slightly different scheme for articulation on the 2.0 figures than the 1.0 figures. Her hips are super loose, but she can kick forward and then she can kick backwards. Her knee can bend about 90 degrees, and you can twist at the top of the thigh. And then down at the foot will twist, and it's on an ankle rocker. So you can rock that ankle as much as you want. Nice wide stances. But again, loose joints, like right here, is super loose. So sometimes when I stand her up, she wants to fall down. Oh, I didn't do the splits. She can go way out into the splits. And again, pretty loose up at those hips and then at the ankles, which makes standing difficult. So I don't know. I'm probably going to use a stand for her. If you have any Marvel Select figures from Diamond Select, these stands work perfectly for Legions. If you put this on her, the pegs fit perfectly, nice and tight, and they make great stands for Legions if you have any of those laying around, And so finally, I just want to show you how the wings go on there. So you have the adapter piece, and then that'll go right into her back like this. You can put the wings in these peg holes, but when you do that, you can no longer put the shoulder pads on. So if you want the shoulder armor on there, you can put the adapter in the back, put the shoulder armor on, and then you can add the wings. And so the wings just pop on the peg hole just like this. And they're very heavy and very prone to toppling over. So, you gotta sort of take it for what it is. But yeah, once you get them on there, it looks pretty good. And then they can fan all the way up. And again, it can be very tricky to get everything balanced just right and get them pegged in enough. But yeah, you can kind of see how big those wings can be right there on her. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching my video. Until next time, may the force be with you.
Follow me.